Hello, so lately I have been wanting to learn more about my ancestors, who they were, where they came from, and everything to do with that. Um, as I'm wanting to work more with my ancestors and do more ancestor worship, I feel that this is something that I definitely should be doing more of. Um, I've always been interested in learning more about my family tree. When I was younger, my Uncle Jack, well, he's not really my uncle, he's my granddad's cousin, but it was much easier for us just to call him Uncle. He would come over from Florida and talk about family and his family that he grew up with, people that he's met that he never knew were in his family, and about him starting the family tree. One time when he came over, he had brought over a black folder, and in that folder was full of photos and the start of the family tree that he had started, and that was from my mum, and we've still got it. It's just at my mum's, so I can't really show you it now. But yeah, it's amazing to look at and see that these people are your ancestors and you are related to them, and to see how far back the family tree goes. And that family tree that he had started was my mum's dad's side, so I want to know more from all other sides of the family, and he never got to finish that family tree, I don't think, because he died. And as I've always been interested in learning more about the family tree because of him, I feel that I want to try and finish his side for him, if it's not already finished. So yeah, that's why I got into the whole learning more about your family. And also just because it is something really fascinating to know. I just enjoy learning where my family came from and what they used to do and how they used to dress, or if there was twins in the family, or just things like that. It's fascinating to know, in my opinion. And we found out that on my mother's side, they travelled with William of Orange to Ireland. Some stayed at Ireland, and then others moved to Scotland and then Cornwall. So that is amazing to know. I think we came from Belgium, I think, but I'm not sure. I know it says of Flemish origins. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But I need to look further into all that. And yeah, it's just something that is really fascinating, and I never got into it before because I was scared of, well, not scared, but nervous on how I needed to go about it. It does feel very daunting to do because I never knew where to start or where to begin, who to ask, and where to go from where you got your basic information. People say to speak with the oldest generation of your family to fill in the pieces as much as they can remember. Well, sadly, all the oldest generation in my family are dead, so I can't really do that. And my parents are doing the best that they can, and they are definitely into trying to help me fill out the family tree as well. And it's so lovely as well, hearing the stories from my parents, hearing how they grew up and what they had when they were growing up. I remember them talking about how it was so amazing that the colour TV was coming out. They had seen it once in a shop or somewhere like that, and that was the first ever colour TV that they had, or they saw. They still had the black and white TVs where I think around 9 o'clock at night some woman would come on and say goodnight, saying that that's the end of the show, good night. The screen would go black and there would be a white dot in the middle of the TV. They remember all things like that, and hearing them laugh about stories that they remember when they were a child, and things that they got up to, and with their cousins and brother and sisters and all that. It's so amazing to hear, and I love seeing their face light up when they talk about that. And that's one of the reasons as well why I want to fill out the family tree, for their sake, so they have those memories and can carry on those memories. And I have tried this before, but I never knew where to begin, and now I know I need to try and fill out the basic information and then go from there. And from there I'm a little bit unsure of where I need to go, but I will hopefully find the way. I think at the moment we are on my great grandparents, and that's as far as we got so far, but they have phoned recently to say that they are remembering some more people in the family, so that is amazing as well to know. And it's also amazing the photos that they have collected over the years. My mum has this black box with all her photos, her family side of the photos, of her dad when he was younger and her mum as well, and the photo that my grandma gave to my granddad when he was in the army, and that was the photo that he said to his friends, "This is the woman I'm gonna marry," and he did. And it's so lovely to hear those stories. And she's also got their ration books and discount vouchers and receipts and telegrams from my grandparents' wedding and things like that, and it is such a wonderful thing to see and hold and just look back on and see how far we have grown and gone in our lives, and also to see when they were younger, that reminds you of your brother or your sister or your child now. That's what we are doing now. We've seen photos of my granddad when he was a baby, and his look looks like my nephew now, and it's so lovely to see, and I cannot wait to carry on and find more out. I have took some photos from that black folder and scanned them through and put them on my Tumblr page. There are more photos that I need to do, but I haven't got around to doing that yet. So if you do want to see the photos and all that, I might not be able to put them on here, but if you do want to see them, then I will be posting a link to my Tumblr page which will have them and the tag that will be them, that they will be under, sorry. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say, and hopefully I will come back with more information about how I'm going with my family tree.